What's up, everybody? This is the Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day, and it's another week, another cover story. This week is Hatchan's what?
Seafloor Stroll.
Seafloor Stroll. That is Kev. I'm Corey. We talk about One Piece. If you like cover stories, we have a playlist. Go check that. If you like all other One Piece content, go check our other playlist. I'm pretty sure we talk about it. Yeah. So, as always, Kev, if you'll start us off with the Seafloor Stroll.
Yeah, so we start off with it starts at the beginning of chapter 182. Number 4, Escapee, short-term comic series. So this is this is early on. We have dozens now of cover stories. So it's kind of interesting to go back and look. So we got an Escapee, that's Hachan. Now he ends up at the bottom of the reef right here. He's just kind of free. Just imagine being a fish man and being out of water for such a long time and then just kind of being thrust back into the water. It's like kind of like you get to breathe again. You're a little bit more easily you're at ease a little bit more. So I like that.
They said that not all fishmen can communicate with fish. I like to have a feeling that he is one of them that does. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed if he does or not. It does look like he does, or it might just be from his perspective where he's like, "Yeah, I'm at home. Everybody, I feel good. It's welcoming."
Yeah. Well, but you can also see him throughout the chapter. He is kind of friendly with these fish. Now, again, I'm friendly with my dog. Doesn't mean I can talk to them. So there is a difference. Obviously, there's where Jinbei, on the other hand, will have tiger whales or whatever go look for Luffy on the open sea, and then they'll come back and talk, check in with him, and he's like, so I would like that. Maybe it's like a voice of all things type of mentality or power. Pretty interesting. I do like that. So you see him, he's helping out fish. One of the panda sharks has a hook in its mouth, so he takes that out, takes him home and feeds him. It looks like. Or no, the panda shark.
The panda shark takes him to the house. Like, hey, bro, you must be hungry. I got you. You got the classic meat on a stick.
Yeah, look at it though. He has a mer woman calendar up on the wall and everything.
He got a fish. He just got some dead fish in the freezer.
That's crazy.
He's like, yo,
bro. Imagine I invite you over and all you see is dead people in my fridge. You'd be like, oh yeah, hey, break me off that thigh bone real quick.
It's
like nah, dude. What are you doing? Get out of here.
No. They don't even look like you, though. I don't even eat people that look like you.
That's crazy.
You're like, okay. Cool. But, I feel like he's grateful.
Yeah, but he is grateful because he passes it along. He's one of those where he's like, I just got food, but now he comes across somebody else who is probably even more struggling than he is, so he gives him what he just received in kind. So he does pass it along, but it looks like he trades it for a ring of some sort.
Yeah. I guess some of this is gonna be my first impression. I scrolled through it, but I wonder if this is gonna be a trading up series where he's like, I traded this for this, I traded this for this. You know what I mean?
I've seen it on YouTube. He's like, I traded this box of crayons for a Tesla.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah,
watch.
That's awesome. Oh, that's crazy. But he comes across the goldfish princess who lost her ring. So he goes to the Goldfish Empire. Now this is interesting because if you guys watched Aquaman, it is very much similar to that, where it's like we've only ever seen a Fishman Island, but there is Fishmen Islands across the ocean floor. So this is one of the small empires that are there, the Goldfish Empire.
Yeah, and there's just sentient creatures, just like the otters we saw in Alabasta and the penguins and shit. These fish are just sentient fish that are like, look, we do our thing. I'm hoping it's not these fish in the freezer.
No, please, no.
Some in there.
Try fighting back. It's like when you put a crab in boiling water. It's like It's like no, stay down.
Why has your fridge got tape on it? I don't know. Don't worry about that.
Why is your freezer got a lock? Don't worry about that.
But
So
he
like you
does
said,
get a
though,
trident. He
he
trades it up
does
for a trident.
trade up. We're almost to the Tesla. We're close. But then he does, like you said, he trades the ring in for the golden trident, and then he hunts a sea boar, or a sea boar is being hunted by a sea monster. Is that the?
It looks familiar. It looks familiar because of those
Is that the
designs.
octopus from Fishman?
Yeah, I think that's the Kraken. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool.
Because
Okay.
look, it
I
has
like
the
that.
tentacle and stuff.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
what I
our
was looking
first.
at.
This is the first appearance of the Kraken in chapter 191.
Well, it's also, I mean, yeah, he stabs him, but I mean, that must mean that's why they're friends later, is because of this. So that is pretty cool. In the mouth of a sea boar. So what did he have in his mouth?
Pretty strong to knock this like Kraken like off its course. And look, there's also damage from the back from him hitting like these underwater mountains. I don't know what those are called. But
coral reefs of some sort.
Right? But Hatchan, he is a fishman. So he is significantly stronger than a normal person, but I mean, he's an adequate fighter. Like at the end of the day.
I mean, hey, his resume is good. Fishman, Sun Pirate. He was a part of Fisher Tiger's crew. I mean, and that
he did have those
tattoo
years where he was with Arlong that we kind of don't put on the resume.
Yeah.
But then he went to Saboti, got a job.
Sometimes we're misguided. Hey, sometimes we're misguided.
Hey,
but I mean,
you got rent still? I got rent still.
He got branded on the forehead, dog. I mean, that alone gets more than what I would have done. So good for you. But then you see that he's the sea boar. The sea beast may have been trying to get the boar to spit out this girl this whole time, which is so interesting because it's like, oh, okay, so the sea boar was actually the villain the whole time.
Because this Kraken knows Kami, and that I would Papago. Yeah.
Papago.
Yeah. So he was probably like, bro, you can't just be eating my friends. And then he got attacked.
Yep. And so he's saved, and then you see the boar in the background, like kind of knocked out. They're both thanking him. Wow, that's crazy.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Then we meet the Macro Fishman Pirates.
The Macro Fishman Pirates. Look at them, bro.
Very interesting.
Popeye. They look expendable.
They look like cover story characters.
Yeah, what do we
will never bring up again.
Look at the left one. Look at his feet. Like, what are we doing? Bro, look like Captain Underpants.
He just floating. Those feet are just there for.
Bro is
like,
just wearing
show.
underwear. Like, I don't know what we're doing here. But moving on.
They're old comrades though, so that is something to. So we that's. Hatchan does have a lot of allies under the sea, so I mean he's been around for years.
And they gave them some papers. This is all in Japanese on mine, so I don't really know what the writing says. But
Kami's surprise. So for chapter 200, Kami's surprise, a deal with the fishmen for the octopus fritter map. So it's a fritter map. Interesting. And so they go on the hunt for the fritter recipe, which is obviously something for him to later open up a store that we see in the actual cover story, or not in the cover story, but in the main story.
So he gets to the lady. Mm-hmm. Does it give her a name?
Proposing to my beloved, Octoco Paco, for one more time. Octoco Paco.
Oh, he's proposing to her. Bro, how many times are you gonna propose to her? She said, nah, look at her. She said, nah, get the shit out of here, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. He's like,
but
it's a crapshoot for fishermen to look alike. Like, we go together.
Yeah, but it's also like he's giving her the fritter recipe, and they suck though. So maybe that's how he eventually earns her love, is like by making a good recipe.
Oh, I see. This is him. I just scrolled down. This is him thinking about it. He's like, okay, that she didn't like, but these fritters, she gonna like these fritters.
Mm-hmm. And so next we see X marks the spot where the great Octomash lives. So we're still on the hunt for the fritter recipe.
Looks like
He's
a
being
parasect.
yeah. Or what was that Pokemon from the first gen?
That parasect. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Paris.
Hachi's rage of being fooled. So he thinks all this whole time that the X is just this guy's head, and so he gets kind of fooled into thinking that. But
He's on some Looney Tunes shit. He's like, oh, why I oughta.
yeah, the mermaids sell him macro. So they're like, hey, they got to go that way. Then we get to a ship by the macro pirates that we met earlier. That when they stole Cammy.
Oh, I see. He's like, okay, I swear to God, when I find these two, and then Papa goes like, look, hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Cammy's scared, but he's like, look, they over there. Talk to them.
Yeah.
remember, you saw me before they were rolled up. Unrelated.
I was with Cammy, right? You sold her out from under me, so that's your fault.
Anyway, deal. They're over there.
And so he catches up to the ship. He knocks it on its side.
Real quick though. Real quick. What's this pirate crew name?
The macro something fish.
The macro fish. Let's call that.
Yeah.
Their ship ain't. This is a cool looking ship.
Well, it's also already designed to which it turns a little dark here, but it is a slave ship because. I mean, they have a tank in the background, which is usually only meant for transporting fishmen or mer people. So it's like they're probably just slave sellers where they capture people and then sell them to the auction. Because later on, that's how we meet Cammy, right?
Is in the auction how we meet Cammy.
Is in the slave house. So it's like this is showing the dark side of One Piece here. That you do have people who are just out here trying to capture people and sell them for the highest bidder.
And they do look like that. I mean, the fur on the last one with the gold chain that he got, it ain't the best looking One Piece. You know what I mean? You look like Doflamingo out here.
And if it was for them, one of them would also be in there too. But all three of them are outside the bubble. So when Hatchan finally shows up, he just whoops their ass, which is good. That's something Hatchan has personal experience with. So it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want anybody else to go through that either.
Oh, I see. Papago was telling them that they captured Cammy. Mm-hmm. I see. I'm on 210 now.
Capture 210.
That looks like it was in the dome cap of the octopus.
The legendary sauce is found inside the top of a grade A ingredient. So not only was it inside of a grade A ingredient, it is a grade A ingredient. So it's a yummy thing. But now he's also gonna probably chop up this octopus and.
Yeah, he's like, we definitely gonna eat this octopus too, and since it's empty, we can stuff like all the treasure around in there too. Like this is a little bit of an adventure. We made out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
26. Now that I've got the macros treasure too, there's no way she'll turn me down. We're on our way to re-propose.
Okay, this is a little bit different than them fucking Kimmy Dongos you was giving her. Like,
He said, damn, you got some rings. Okay, I'll see it.
Look at her.
Yep. Meanwhile, Octopaco is on the move. Where's she going?
Kind of cool system that she has. Like those two fish, she's just like sitting on a cushion, the fish are. Like some of this quote unquote technology, very like obvious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, they don't have cars. It's like, well,
it's like sled dogs. It's like, hey, yeah, go ahead and take me. You're welcome. Alas, volume 28. Alas, the village of the headband wearing catfish is crushed by a shipwreck.
Why are they smiling about it too? Like they look like they laughing about it. This Octago, she don't seem like a good person.
No, but it also probably people in need. Some people don't like. Some people are like, oh, cool, I can take advantage of this person now. Like they're in need of whatever help I'm willing to offer. So
Well,
I don't know.
that's not Hatchan. What he
No.
does is I can tell from right here, he's about to give it all to them. Like, here you go, bro. And I'll make you guys the food.
So
Oh, shit.
volume
No.
20.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Volume 29. Hachi comes upon the village of starving catfish. So he does leave them with the food though. They're starving. So he does leave them with the food, which is, I'm not going to give you everything I have, but I'll give you enough to get back on your feet. I feel like that's fair. That's fair. So Hachi runs for it. He takes everything out of the octopus and takes it on his back. And then he uses the chariot. So volume 31, save the catfish village, exchange the treasure for cooking equipment.
Okay. Okay. And now he's going back with Kami and Papago, and he's probably going to. He's making the fritters.
Batch.
Yeah.
He's making the full batch. The sudden grand opening of the legendary octopus fritter shop. And so he finally thinks he has a chance. He's finally got some notoriety. He's very Sanji-esque here. The catfish village is saved, proposing with the last box. So he gave everything but his final box that he wants to give to his boo.
And she said, "This is good. What'd you want though?" Yo.
Talking all lovey-dovey. Octopus is drawn to the aroma of the sauce. The old catfish who came late. So this catfish, he's already given up everything but one box, and so now he kind of has to choose. It appears between the love of his life and the catfish, and he chooses to feed the catfish.
Good guy. Good guy.
He is a good guy. Hachi in the sunset, which is nice. I mean, he just lost his boo, lost everything, but he just found out that, hey, cooking, I'm pretty good at making people happy cooking.
Yeah, I remember back when I was making takoyaki with my friends, back the ones that were on the Fishman Pirate.
Yep.
Not Fishman, but
So,
Fishman, I guess.
Yeah,
Arlong.
he remembered, and he had an old childhood dream to have an octopus fritter cart. So what does he do? He asks the catfish the village to repay their debt by building him a new baratier for himself.
Which is cool.
Sorry, not baratier. A different cooking.
Takoyaki, but I wonder what the 8 in Japanese is. It's probably taco or something. Yeah.
Like eating, like 8. Like
8 takoyaki.
Takoyaki.
8 takoyaki.
That's how I read it anyways. I could be entirely wrong.
I like
So the grand opening, Takoyaki 8, the octopus fritter shop of the high seas. Which is interesting. I mean, because at the end of the day, I think this is Luffy's dream right here. He just wants everyone to be fed, dog. Like that's how he is. He's like, hey, I'm a big feast guy. I don't drink. If we didn't want to fight, I mean, I would be cool with that too. If you just fed me all day, that'd be great. Yeah. I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. But
and it's also one of those, and you got the sun right here too. It's like one of those things where it's like you're following your dream kind of thing. So it's like, I bet you, like, while these chapters are happening, this is a very strange cover story because you're like, who are these other people? Like, why do they just pop up? Like, why do we care about this? But in a couple more, maybe 100 chapters or so, it will make sense when we get to Sabaody. Why we're supposed to be so endeared to Hatchan, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, I knew you were kind of a good guy, and they try to paint it a little bit in the anime. But this is like, okay, now I know you're a good guy. We should be on your side like this whole time. You know what I mean? But I mean,
I mean, him getting shot here, like at the slave house, like this all kind of means more when you have this kind of
context. Yeah,
backstory. Yeah, this backstory, this context, perfect. Yeah, perfect. I like context better. Um, but yeah, it's like you like him more when that shit happens. And it's like, yeah, okay, I see you. See you. What
And,
about you guys?
yeah,
I mean,
let us know.
what do you guys think about Hatchan? What do you think that this was kind of a precursor for Luffy's dream, or was this just to kind of show that fishmen have a different side to them? What was Oda really going for here?
Yeah, you guys let us know. If you were reading this in real time, let us know how you guys felt while this was coming out. I know we have some of the audiences like our age, so they might have been reading it in real time. Was this annoying? Was this frustrating? We've had some common frustrations with like the most recent like cover story, but at the end of the day, while we're going through these, it's just like that's the pace. Like that's just
Mm-hmm.
how it is for 40 weeks. So sorry, that's just the cover story. But this is interesting. Definitely world building. Shows a lot about these characters that we're yet to see. So let us know your guys' thoughts below. Yeah, we will be back next week with another one.
Peace.